May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Columbia State Community College would like to welcome you to the Webster Athletic Center. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with the exits located in the front and rear of the gym. Also, please take this time to silence all electronic devices. Thank you.
Wow, it's a wonderful afternoon, right? You started something. Let's show them one more time how proud we're here. Good afternoon. My name is Janet Smith, and I'm the president of Columbia State Community College. To the 17th Lancers, Pipes and Drums, Dr. Mark Lee, Ms. Holly Schultz, and the Performance Ensemble, I extend a special thank you for their wonderful music today. Did you enjoy the music? Graduates, faculty, staff, family, friends, and guests, it is my honor to welcome each of you to Columbia State's Spring 2026 commencement ceremonies. Honoring the accomplishments of the candidates for the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, and the Associate of Science in Teaching degrees. It is an exceptional day, and I am delighted that each of you are here to celebrate this day with us. It is very special, and it's very special for several reasons. First and foremost, today is a day of celebration of accomplishments. And what a thing to celebrate, one's accomplishments. It is a day of recognition. It's also a day of transition, moving from one level to another. These candidates, they set a goal when they started at Columbia State. Sometimes it was a lofty goal. Sometimes it was a very hard-fought goal. But it was a goal that they accomplished. And the accomplishment is to be recognized every day. So let us begin again and recognize that accomplishment as this ceremony begins, demonstrating how very, very proud we are of these graduates, these candidates. At this time, I take extreme pleasure in introducing those at Columbia State who have worked tirelessly to ensure the personal, professional, and civic growth of students. And through their work as a team, they form a solid foundation for leadership of the students at Columbia State. As I recognize each person or group, I ask that they stand and remain standing until everyone has been introduced. Please hold all applause until the end. To begin, Dr. Denise Carr, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Ms. Ruth Ann Holt, Vice President for Student Affairs. Ms. Tammy Boren, Vice President for Finance and Administration. Ms. Bethany Lay, Vice President for Advancement Government Relations. Dr. Shane Hall, Vice President for the Williamson Campus and Community Engagement. Dr. Kevin Ratcliffe, Vice President for Partnerships, Workforce, and Southern Campuses. The College Leadership Council membership, please stand. This council is representative of the leadership across the college, and they're very instrumental in shared governments. The faculty, would the faculty please stand? One of the most important relationships of the college is between the faculty and the student. Columbia State is blessed with exceptional faculty who are noted for their scholarship, their teaching abilities, their caring attitude, and the great concern for success they have for their students. Then we have the specialists, the administrative, and the operational staff, the staff of the college. Staff, please stand, and they are spread throughout, making sure that this event goes very well today. It's made up of admissions, financial aid, registration, business services, counseling, student engagement, communications, achievement, safety and security, maintenance, and administration, and other areas. All play a pivotal part in providing for a successful education of the students of Columbia State Community College. Candidates, guests, Please join me in helping to thank these individuals for the work they do each day that bring us to this day today. Thank you. Please be seated. We also have with us today family members and friends of our commencement speaker, Ms. Alea Walton, and they're sitting behind our faculty here. Thank you for joining us today. We're very glad to have you. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. Denise Carr, Vice President for Academic Affairs, to recognize the recipient of the Distinguished Faculty Award. Dr. Carr.
Thank you, Madam President. Each year, the Columbia State faculty selects one of their own to be honored as the Distinguished Faculty Member of the Year. This honor carries with it a monetary tribute provided by the Columbia State Foundation. I am pleased to announce that the recipient of the 2025-2026 Distinguished Faculty Award is Dr. Jessica Evans. As Dr. Evans makes her way to the podium, I will share comments made by her colleagues in their nomination letters. She is recognized for her dedication to student success, academic excellence, and engaging learning experiences. She is known as approachable, positive, and supportive, with a strong ability to connect with and inspire her students. Dr. Evans is an associate professor of English and co-director of the college's Quality Enhancement Plan. She is actively involved in the honors program, leads Sigma Kappa Delta, and supports initiatives that strengthen student learning and engagement across campus. Her passion, leadership, and commitment make her truly deserving of this honor.
An award of distinction is the President's Medal, which recognizes and honors an outstanding member of our faculty and staff. The recipient is the bearer of the college mace at commencement. The award also carries the monetary tribute provided by the Columbia State Foundation. The Review and Selection Committee is comprised of our past President's Medal recipients who are currently employed at the college. The nominees are reviewed on the following qualities: fulfilling Columbia State Community College's mission, enhancing the college experience, and promoting and strengthening Columbia State Community College relations. It gives me great pleasure to announce that Ms. Yolanda Ogilvie, enrollment recruiter, is this year's President's Medal recipient. As Ms. Ogilvie makes her way to the stage, let me share with you some things that her colleagues have said about her. They've said she is grace under pressure, and they say that truly describes her, always. Her integrity and work ethic are unmatched. She is dependable, positive, and a supportive team member. She consistently goes above and beyond for students and colleagues. She represents the very best of Columbia State, and she brings a positive attitude to everything she does. Please join me in recognizing the excellence of our President's Medal winner, Ms. Yolanda Ogilvie. It is now my pleasure to introduce your commencement speaker, Ms. Alea Walton. As a first-generation college student, Alea will walk today with her friends and fellow graduates to receive her Associate of Arts degree in Mass Communication. As a Columbia State student, Ms. Walton has been very active. In the spring of 2025, she was appointed to the Executive Board of the Student Government Association as Secretary-Treasurer and quickly engaged in campus outreach and volunteerism. As a member of the SGA, and in the fall of 2025, she joined Columbia State's delegation to the annual Tennessee Intercollegiate State Legislature, called TISL. As a member of the TISL team, she was responsible for the media and reported each week in an article, each day in an article, that gave a summary of the day's activities. During 25-26 year, Alea again participated in TISL as a member of the House of Representatives at large. During the 25-26 year, Ms. Walton also served as the chapter president of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, Beta Kappa Theta. Due to her leadership and academic work, Alea was selected to be the Phi Theta Kappa 2026 Coca-Cola New Century Transfer Pathway Scholar and a member of the All-Tennessee academic team. Nationally, the credentials of all New Century Scholars were received by the Phi Theta Kappa organization, and Alea was selected and honored in Baltimore, Maryland this spring as a member of the 2026 All-USA academic team. The All-USA academic team is an honor which is based upon academic achievement and provides each a scholarship for continued study. Additionally, Alea was an active member of the English Honor Society, Sigma Kappa Delta, and was a member of the President's Leadership Society. Alongside her leadership and her community initiatives, she self-published novels that's under her pen name, Allie Lee, and she tutors students in mass communication, English 1 and 2, and also in French. Her resume also includes roles in theater, television, and the new medias. She can be seen as an actress in Lifetime movies, including The Wrong Real Estate Agent and The Wrong Stepfather, and as a TV guest in the BET Her Presence, The Couch. Most recently, Ms. Walton was accepted by Columbia University in New York to continue her studies in sociology and journalism. Her goal is to work in media research, media psychology, and investigative journalism, covering stories on marginalized venues. Graduates and guests, please welcome to the podium your 2026 commencement speaker, Ms. Alea Walton. Alea?
Chargers, it's such a pleasure to stand here today and share not just a farewell, but also a go off and prosper message to many of you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alea Walton, and I'm a mass communication major on the Williamson campus. I want to start this message with a thank you to many of my fellow Chargers and faculty for making the last 2 years ones to remember. Thank you to Mr. Jalen Hereford for your energetic lectures and for helping me navigate the mass communication program as a trusted professor and advisor. Thank you to Dr. Kristen Jernigan for guiding me in Phi Theta Kappa and in biology class. Thank you to Mr. Tyler Wade for always putting your all into student events and bringing community to the Williamson campus. Thank you to everyone who has made Columbia State an impactful experience. Going into my first semester here, I worried that I'd become just another student in a sea of college freshmen after taking a few gap years from being at a university. As a software engineering transfer from Arizona State, my studying muscle was a little rusty, but Columbia State helped me to exercise that muscle again. My experiences here reflect that of opportunity, a clean slate, affordability, and though it sounds cliche, community. If I hadn't transferred to Columbia State, I would have never joined Phi Theta Kappa, taken the chance to run for chapter president, and helped formulate our Honors in Action and college projects. I would have never been to the Tennessee State Capitol as part of our school delegation for TISL, and I would have never been named a 2026 Coca-Cola New Century Scholar, and a 2026 All-USA Academic Team Scholar, and I never would have had the opportunity to stand before you today and speak. Being a Charger helped me to not only refine my studying muscle, but it also gave me essential vitamins and confidence. When I was invited to speak today, I struggled with what to say and how to formulate how grateful I am for all of you and Columbia State into words. And I couldn't help but think back to my greatest trip this year. In March, I traveled with our PTK chapter to Baltimore for the annual International Catalyst Convention. Now, it was initially overwhelming with so many different chapters globally, but the air of welcome grew on me. I was recognized for national scholarships, but one of the main things that stood out to me was an inspirational guest speaker, astronaut Amanda Nguyen. As the first Vietnamese woman to make it to space, her journey to get there was halted by a tragic incident as a student at Harvard. Her historic space journey not only resonated with me, but 2 words spoke to me in her speech: radical optimism. Now that's something I struggle with. The words impossible and unlikely have long been part of my vocabulary, but hearing those words helped me deeply to reframe my thinking. Having a sense of delusion in accomplishing what you set your mind to, that you have no choice but to manifest it. For me, it's making media more accessible through investigative journalism and amplifying marginalized voices. It's reshaping media psychology and dispelling media stereotypes that affect human interaction. Are these things that I can achieve alone? I don't know yet. But hearing Amanda's speech and continuing to seize every opportunity I can, I aim to try. And that's what I hope you all continue to do. Many of us will most likely transfer after our time here. Many of us are first-generation college students. Many will go into the workforce after graduation. My final message to you is to continue to seize every opportunity that comes your way. The world is full of endless possibilities, and it's up to you to be authors of your own stories. A fellow tutor gave me such interesting words to live by as we go on to pursue higher education or a career. She said, "When it's rainy and it becomes muddy outside, do you let it swallow you, or do you make mud angels and mud pies?" It seems silly, but it's something to think about. Radical optimism is hard, I know that better than anyone, but there will be many opportunities to test the theory. And I challenge you, Columbia State Chargers, class of 2026, when you go out to pursue your ambitions, will you let the mud swallow you, or will you make mud angels? Congratulations, Chargers. I can't wait to see you all thrive.
All right, thank you, Alea. So wonderful, your words. Do appreciate them. Thank you for sharing them with us today. In the spring of 2011, the President's Leadership Society was formed. It was established a society that was based on the belief that leadership is inherent in all of our lives and that we all have leadership roles. The President's Leadership Society is open to all students at Columbia State and requires only their commitment to involvement in learning, participation, and helping others. To earn a President's Medallion and be a President's Leadership Society graduate, members must complete activities that include leadership sessions, self-management, goal setting, campus life and cultural events, civic understanding, community service, and they must participate in commencement and graduate. Today, we have 9 Leadership Society students across the 2 ceremonies who have completed the program requirements and are graduating. Each is wearing the President's Leadership Society medallion, which was presented in a ceremony earlier. For recognition, I ask the Spring 2026 PLS graduates who are in this ceremony to please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to confer the degrees. So I ask Dr. Denise Carr, Vice President for Academic Affairs, if she will join me at the podium for the presentation of the Spring 2026 graduating class and the conferring of the degrees. Dr. Carr.
Thank you, Madam President. Will the candidates for the Associate of Arts degree please rise? Madam President, on behalf of the faculty and administration, I present these candidates for the Associate of Arts degree.
With the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the State of Tennessee, I confer upon you the Associate of Arts degree with its full privileges, honors, and responsibilities.
Candidates, please be seated. Will the candidates for the Associate of Science degree please rise? Madam President, on behalf of the faculty and administration, I present these candidates for the Associate of Science degree.
With the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the State of Tennessee, I confer upon you the Associate of Science degree with its full privileges, honors, and responsibilities.
Candidates, please be seated. Will the candidates for the Associate of Science and Teaching degree please rise? Madam President, on behalf of the faculty and administration, I present these candidates for the Associate of Science and Teaching degree.
With the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the State of Tennessee, I confer upon you the Associate of Science and Teaching degree with its full privileges, honors, and responsibilities.
Candidates, please be seated.
Ava G. Burns. Ella Grace Morgan. Sarah Rebecca Beck. Marley Kaylin Turner. Lydia Adele Kutcher. Esmeralda Sinclair. Alea Lee Walton. Brianna Nicole Cotton. Tranika Nicole Simmons. Genesis L. Fernandez. Jenna Elaine Atkinson. Arnez Anderson. Madison Brooke Arell. Stephanie Baladares. Brianna Faith Basnall. Isabella Paige Birdsong. Emily Faith Brannon. Justin Connor Brister. Cameron Riley Cardiff. Tavion Comage. Drew Martin Cook. Rebecca Holder. Malik Curry. Jayla Elise Davenport. Shondella Drusella Dowdle. Maya Janine Etherly. Julia Bay Eddy. Kenneth Joshua Ellis. Jameson Glass. Joshua Stephen Gordy. Logan Mylena Griggs. Aaliyah Sky Grinder. Samuel Morris Harwell. Callie Paul Hightower. Kimberly Gail Irvine. Jamia Jackson. McKenna Kyler Mashburn. Jake Harrison May. Jawan R. McLemore. Lily Catherine Melton. Weston Morrow. Matthew Nichols. Murray Davidson Norman. Patrick Craig O'Farrell. Anna Catherine Akers. Cameron Lamar Phillips. Reagan Phillips. Micah Joy Price. Sarah Elizabeth Prince. Preston D. Dale. Maddox Ray Roberts. Taylor Grace Robertson. Haley Isabel Roebuck. Asa Gabriel Rosen. Jonathan J. Sanchez. Hayden Tucker Shelton.
Ava Caden Schrader. Julia Jean Spalding. Maura L.A. Wallace. Caitlin Williams. Logan Wilson Irvin. Shelby Lee Mooneyham. Connor B. Pusser. Ivan J. Sanchez. Macy Eileen Allen. Mariana Alves. Jasmine Lizette Aviles. Sanae Beristain. Andrea Segovia Lopez. Ronnie Jameson Shannon. Jackson Lee Knox Smith. Evelyn Teeple. Jason Alexis Valadez. Michael Zanoni. Alicia Colleen Kohenauer. Haley Lee Beck. Tristan Elizabeth Barnes. Caroline Alexis Brooks. Lavon Farhad Spendary. Olivia Grace Adams. Ethan Andrew Biddle. Hannah Bijou. Lucas Dunning. Emmeline Alifair Farmer. Jesus Ignacio Garcia. Samantha Marie Garza. Julia Alyssa Gibson. Zachary Spreadley. Nick Danger Steinmeier. Adrian W. Thomas. Andrew Reagan Vaughn. Daniel Joseph Budd. Annalise Grace Zelensky. Gabriela Sophia Estrada Losada. Jonathan Gonzalez. Jacob Kyle Gordon. Nyana K. Hill. Nathaniel Christian Moore. Mason Allen Nolan. Briley Marie Pascal. Jackson Stephen Phillips. Leanne Adrienne Pierce. Andrew W. Gardner. Cole Cash Michael. Georgia Bratton Dixon. Ashley Morgan Spears. Gavin Schuyler Dunn. Caleb Josiah Galchier. Daniel Jacob Shenander. Isabella Sawyer. Brian Matthew Williams. Brock Weldon Galloway. Grayson Talia Bennett. Chelsea East Spry. Barry C. Gold.
Damien Alexander Marmee. Christian Andrada Munoz. No, thanks. Christopher Douglas Rodriguez. Lindsay Renee Berg. Terry Lynette Favors. Molly R. Hay. Giselle Marie Moore. Molly Brooke Nussey. Cassandra K. Toon. Victoria Leona Dardy. Elsiana Joy Esworthy. Olivia Hope Wright. Amanda Lane Neff. M. Williams. Jerry Dustin Lambert. Lily Anna Mays. Taylor Joseph Deaton. Rafael Jimenez. Anthony Moran. Francisco Herbito Verduzco. Zoe Michelle Rigney. Dakota J. Cahoe. Cameron Isabella Henson. Meili High Chesbro. John Tyler Horn. Reese Pickering. Charlie Elisa Turner. Montserrat Guadalupe Coronado. Alyssa Deneb Snipes. Caden Alexander Anderson. Mandy Lynn Isham. Josiah Dimbene. Kazorian T. Turner. Sierra Jade Yox. Jessica S. Kurt. Bryce Matthew Cahoe. Savannah Sue Dearman. Bella Grace DePriest. Chloe Ching Dobson. Addison Grace Haymans. Tiffany Renee Jackson. Nevea Shaylin Kidder. Christy Michelle Gray. Elizabeth Rosemarie Hayslip. Noah Jake Roberson. Ella Star Reisner. Alicia Variona Sims. Avery Nicole Williamson. Courtney Michaela Harmon. Emily Dawn Branch. Michaela Kanat Alahi. Jordan Javier Johnson. Ainsley Grace Mills. David Gunnar Maffo. Scarlett Tucker. Maggie Isabel Leiter. John W. F. Bain. Macy Diane Brooks. Kiera S. Granberry. Emma Adrian. JC Nicole Hines. Harley Winnell Johnson. Mila Beth Lindsay. Chelsea Lynette McKee. Brooke E. Morton. Cameron Brooke Duncan. Jaden C. Randolph. Braxton Lane Roberts. Elijah Reese Wenzel. Christina Marie Chorba. William Scott Riley. Stephanie Leanne Molina. Allison Jean Conkey. Kimberly Morton Ladeau. Jenny Julissa Salpiena Compan. Yadira Rice. Kaden Elizabeth Armstrong. Lindsay Nicole Berry. Ashley Marie Bradley. Carissa Danielle Friels. Cambria R. Gobble. Olivia K. Riggs. Carly Delane Rochelle. Riley Elizabeth Sheridan. Allison Danielle West. Ashley Haywood Cooper. Chriselle Jones. Jamie Kayla Pierre.
Graduates, please rise. Commencement, as first defined, is the first existence of anything, the act or fact of commencing, to give rise, to give origin, to begin, to start. Today, we have honored the culmination of your work as a student at Columbia State, which gives rise to your future. Now you will symbolically begin your new direction by moving your tassel from your right to your left. Graduates, move your tassel. Hey. Please be seated. It is now our pleasure to confirm today's graduates as Columbia State Community College alumni. At this time, I ask Ms. Yolanda Neal and Mr. Taylor Deaton to join me at the podium. The college and its alumni are represented by Ms. Yolanda Neal, College Success Advisor and an active Columbia State alum. The graduates are represented by Spring 2026 graduate Taylor Deaton, who received the Associate of Science degree in the Tennessee Transfer Pathways in Mechanical Engineering, and he plans to be an active alum. All graduates, please rise. Taylor.
Ms. Neal, standing before you are the degree recipients from Columbia State Community College who have graduated during today's ceremony. Speaking on behalf of the student body, we request that each of these graduates be formally added to the list of Columbia State Community College alumni. We pledge our continuing allegiance and devotion to this great college. We ask you to accept our pledge and direct our service.
Thank you, Taylor. To assist and begin the induction, I ask that all Columbia State faculty and staff who graduated from Columbia State please rise and remain standing throughout the induction. I also ask that all members of the audience who are graduates of Columbia State to rise and remain standing throughout the induction. And I ask that any audience who have attended Columbia State to please rise and remain standing throughout the induction. Members of the graduation class, congratulations. We accept your pledge and welcome you to complete fellowship with the alumni of Columbia State Community College. As the college is important to you, you are important to the college. You are the college representative in your chosen field and in your communities. The strength of Columbia State is gauged by your strength in the alumni. The college will be your gateway to further more meaningful lives. The alumni join you in your pledge of service and fellowship that as alumni together, we may continue to grow in service to our great college, communities, and our nation.
To the newest alumni of Columbia State Community College, we extend our congratulations and we acknowledge your continuing commitment and connection to the college. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newest Columbia State Community College alumni, the graduating class of spring 2026. Many candid photos. Graduates, please be seated. Many candid photos have been taken by Columbia State staff today. Their photos will be posted on the Columbia State Alumni Facebook page. You can get to that page easily by visiting the college's webpage, clicking on Alumni, and looking for the link to Facebook. While on the Alumni Facebook page, click the like button if you would not mind, and follow your college here at Columbia State so you're knowledgeable of many new and good things that's occurring here. We also encourage you to follow the Columbia State Facebook page. It's a great way to stay connected. Additionally, I encourage our graduates, new and former, to connect with us on the Columbia State page of LinkedIn. It's a great way to share your accomplishments and let us know what you're doing in this great big world that's moving your careers forward. Graduates, as you recess today down the Hawkins Promenade, you will enter the alumni lawn. It's an area that's provided for photos and meeting with your family. Before you leave to go home, please take proudly with you and display the proud Columbia State graduate yard sign. We hope that's in yards all across the area. And finally, as the recessional begins, I ask that the audience please remain seated until all the doorways are clear and all the graduates have left the building and are on the lawn. Please meet your graduates outside on the front lawn of the gym. Before I say the closing words one more time, let's say thank you to these graduates. Recognize them. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of today's celebration. Please drive safe going home and have a wonderful afternoon with your graduates. Thank you.